morning, friends. Happy Friday. I am sitting here fixing a mistake on my English paper piecing. After I just showed you that, I'm glad that I have a friend who was doing this with me. I sent her a picture of how far I was. And on my yellow border is supposed to be 7 yellows, 2 pinks, and 7 yellows. And then a pink. And I had 8 yellows, 2 pinks, and 6 yellows. So I had to take out a section. I dislike ripping out English paper piecing because I can never get it so it doesn't take fabric, because you're putting in, you're whip stitching basically your 2 pieces together, and you're usually putting in, well anyways, I don't know the recommended amount, but mine is probably around 15 to 20 stitches. So I got that ripped out, and now I'm sewing it back in. Well, we didn't get up until 9 a.m. We both retired today. So today's going to be a busy in the car day. We had a contractor come out last night. We're going to, our front porch, we're expanding it. We're going to put a roof on it. So the gentleman who did our sunroom, he came out, and now we have to, he gave us how much his labor would be, and then he works with a lumber company gentleman down there that you go down and you give him your plans and everything, and he figures everything up, the cost, and then it's sent on to your contractor, and then they sit there and decide when they can do this. He talked like he could do it yet this fall. We need a new roof next year, so I vote for this fall. I think we can do it this fall. I think we can swing the funds. Oh, this piece right here is a challenge because when I ripped it out, it took a lot of the edging off, so I might not, this one you might see the stitches, because I'm trying to capture it, because I can see the paper. So later on today, we're going to run over to Nashville, where this gentleman's person is that we, well, Jerry will go inside and tell him everything that, you know, we're thinking, and then probably by next week he'll call us. Oh, that's not going to be good. I'm going to have to go back over that. He will call us to let us know when it will be done and give us a quote and everything. I have a mystery sew-along coming up July 4th. That was a last minute thing, and she's done 2 sizes, a 94.5 by 94.5, or a 75 by 75. I'm going to do the 75 by 75 this time. Her last one I did ended up being like 100. It's almost like a king size. I still have to finish that one. It's all finished. I got the top done. What I don't have done is it put together. but summer months are not made for finishing like that. So needless to say, I know I don't have fabric for that. So I was going to go down to our local quilt shop. Oh, that'll be better. And go get some fabric. But then Jerry noticed in our newspaper that we have, that's called The Reminder, that comes out once a week, that she's going to have 20% off in July. So I am going to wait until next Wednesday, July 1st, to go down and see what she has. Because when you have to buy I have to buy, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7.5, 8 yards, and if it's $12, you know, a yard, that adds up in a pretty quick fashion. So I just have a couple more to, I have to thread my needle, and I just have this little bit more to do. And then I think what I'm going to do is I have one more strip of the green. I have one more strip of the green to go on that bottom section that you saw, and then I just have this top yellow section. So, but anyways, I don't know what kind of vlogging will be done today, so just depends on what we end up doing today. I know we'll go over to Nashville, and I would like to go to Charlotte to the yarn store. I haven't bought a new skein of yarn, and I'm thinking I might want to see something to cast on for 4th of July. So I might do that, since I'm not going to go to the quilt shop. So, but no plans today except for that, and so I'll bring you back as soon as I know. So see you after a bit, my friends. Okay, so I have 7 now. 2, 4, 6, 7 yellow, 2 pink, and 7 yellow. 2, 4, 6, 7, all fixed. Am I doing it right? I know it's not finished. Am I doing it correctly? How am I supposed to take a picture of it with you in the middle of it? Huh? Oh, here comes the other inspector. Oh, goodness sakes. Oh, she's got to inspect my coffee. Okay. So I have one more green strip that's all ready to add to it, and then I have to go back and add this on the outside. And the next clue comes out Sunday, so I don't think I'll get done by Sunday. But we'll see. But this is how far I've gotten on my English paper piecing. Hey friends, welcome back. We are now at the lumber company where this gentleman is, so Jerry can drop off the plans and all the supplies and everything like that we're thinking. And so I'm in the car. I brought my knitting with me, so I'm going to work on my sock. So it's the second sock. I just have to do the foot and toe and that will be done. It is after 12, and then after here we're going to head over to Charlotte so I can go to the yarn store. I've been very good. I haven't bought any yarn. I don't have any yarn subscriptions, so I'm going to look for, I think, 1 or 2 skeins of yarn. One, I think, for my birthday, because I didn't start anything for that, and then one for the 4th of July. So, yeah. And then we will then just a second. I'm right by the door and the truck pulled in and people look at you kind of funny, so and then we will head back home. I usually pick up flowers on Fridays, so we will go to the one that I know is open. We went by the other one and she doesn't have any posted, so I'm guessing, because she usually does by now, she probably won't have any this weekend. So so we'll go at least to the one, and then we'll probably go home unless we stop out someplace for lunch. Let's see, I know I'm saying a lot because I'm trying to think as I'm doing this. It was weigh-in Friday. I was down another ½ pound, so that brings me back up to 37 pounds off. So many more to go. Oh my goodness, everybody's coming in now. There wasn't anybody here. Now everybody's coming in. So just a second. So I have a truck this way of me, a vehicle this way with me, and another one. So, and they're still in this one. So you'll probably see them go back behind the car. Okay. I am so close to the door that if I start talking, they're going to look to think I'm talking to them. So, but anyways, weight loss. I felt like I did really good last week. I did not walk hardly at all, but man, I was out in the garden a lot and I was out in the yard a lot. So I should do, jeez, I should name this the vlog. I know I should get right up and get on the treadmill and get that done, but I'm not awake enough to do that. And so I do have my tennis shoes on, so maybe wherever we go, maybe we'll take a walk or something. So, and if we don't, I'll do it when I get back home. I just don't have any plans this weekend really, except for working on that English paper piecing, knitting on socks. I have not crocheted on that 6-day superstar crochet. There's only so much time in the day, it seems like. And I don't want to get way behind on the English paper piecing because I'll just give up, and I don't want to do that. That mystery quilt along was a last minute thing that she decided to do, and they're all big pieces, so they're like 8-inch pieces, stuff like that. Another card, just a second. So that's why I decided I wanted to do this one. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you guys go since it got really busy, and I'm just going to knit on my sock and wait for Mr. Jerry to come out, and stay tuned. I will show you if I get anything. So other than that, I hope that your Friday is going well, and I will talk with you soon. Welcome back, Terry here again. So I'm going to end the vlog. It is almost 4:30. We have been on the road and just got home. So where did I leave you? We were at the lumber company, and he dropped off the plans and everything, and he had a few more things he had to get for information. So he just called the guy and he got that. So sometime next week he will call us with the estimate on all the cost of everything to build that. And then we went to Charlotte because I wanted some yarn. And the last time I was at Yarn Garden, she had 2 or 3 different dyers in there, but she's dyeing her own now. So I went there thinking that I'm going to see all these yarns and everything for socks, and when we walked in there, there wasn't. There was a couple, hers, and then a couple, but I was looking for more springy, summery, and there wasn't too much in like speckled or anything. It was more solids, but I did come up with something. So I did buy some yarn. So the first one is going to be for Mr. Jerry. He picked this out, and this is that's called Christmas socks. It's by Lanes and Nord, made in Italy. So this should make 2 identical socks, and that will be the design on them. So this is wool, and the stats are here someplace. It is color 05. And I thought I saw it someplace here, but it is 75% wool and 25% nylon. It's 100 grams or 420 meters, 3.5 ounces or 458 yards. So with July coming up, I might start these for him for Christmas in July. He won't like them as long as that. It'll probably be half that, but I have to double check with him. So, but I don't think he'll like them that tall. So I got that, and it's very soft for a wool. I've had some other wools that are scratchy. This is really soft. It is made basically as organic as you can get, which I really liked. And really the price wasn't too bad either. This was $29.95. When you go to an indie dyer, a lot of times they are $28 up to $40 or a little bit more. Just depends if it's self-striping or variegated or whatever. So I got this one. And then this one is a DK. This one is called Yarnivore. This was one that the owner, Lindsay, dyes herself. So this is DK weight, which means it will go much faster. Instead of using the US size 1, I'll use the US size 3. So this one is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it is 245 yards or 100 grams. I told Jerry, I said I should have picked up a contrasting mini out of this somehow to do for the heel and toes. But there are lots of colors in this one. And her prices are $28 for this. Then I got, this is fingering weight. This is on her gnome's feet. This one is 100% superwash merino. I'm used to have a nylon so that it works okay. You know, it's stronger on the heels and stuff, but this will work too. But this one is called mint green. I really like this color. I'm trying to see. I mean, this is more coming across more aqua, but this is pretty darn close to the color, but it is a beautiful color. And this one is 400 yards or 100 grams. So I got this and I'm thinking, you know, I usually do colorful. So I'm going to find a pattern that has a pattern in the leg, and I wanted to do a stripe on this. I thought that like on the leg I could do some minis and do some stripes on the leg, and then the foot would be all solid. But I'm thinking I will do a pattern on the leg, and on the foot The heel and toe would be this color here. The leg would be this color and the cuff. But the actual foot part would be, I've got three minis that I will use with this. So Jerry kind of helped me pick out these colors because we wanted them more like pastel. So these are all her, what's called her Nomettes. They are 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and they are 92 yards or 20 grams. And this first one is called Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom. So it is a nice light pale pink. And then the next one is called Lilac. Lilac. And then the next one is called Coral. Well, these are nice summer colors. So my thought is, and what do you, and what do you guys think? So that would be the colors right there. So I am thinking of doing, like I said, either the stripes on the leg and the foot will just be this color here. And maybe if I do the stripes on the leg part, I can do the toe and the heel in opposite colors. So maybe one would be this color and the other would be maybe that color. I don't know. I have to think about it some more. But so, yep, I got this right here. But I think they're nice and pretty. I usually don't go with stuff like this. I'm more of this or a pink or bright colors. So I got all of those. And of course I took my knitting with me because I didn't know how long I'd be sitting in the car and different things. So this is my second sock for my Detroit Lions. So I got one sock done. This was from Up North Yarns. And I am on the foot. I am on the foot. So I just have to knit till I get to the toes, and then I'll switch out my 9-inch. So yeah. So once I get this one done, then I will start probably the Christmas one. I'm not for sure. We'll see what I feel like at that time, because I do have some other ones, other sock yarn that I've been, you know, when we were at the yarn store. Sorry, I haven't finished sentences at all today, but that's just normal me. What I was saying is I haven't bought sock yarn in a long time. So, but anyways, she was asking me at the yarn store what I was looking to knit, and I said, well, I was looking to knit socks and everything. So, and I didn't want to run to Grand Rapids. We will probably have to go to Grand Rapids pretty soon. Just depends on how soon they can do the deck or the front porch and everything. He's talking like he could possibly do it this fall. So if he can do it this fall, I'd rather him do it this fall, because next year we have to do the roof. And I just soon get everything done this year, and then next year the roof. But yeah, I just, you know, it's like that. You build up that excitement like you're gonna go, and you be able to have tons of looking what to buy and everything, and there wasn't much. She looked like she was low on stock, but I do know she just had what they call a Makers Fest in May, and it was a big to-do, and of course I didn't make it over there, and so most of her stuff is probably over there, and she runs the place, plus trying to do dyeing and everything, so you know, she still had some pretty stuff. But who knows, I might just wind up that DK and start it, who knows. But sometimes you just want to do that, don't you? You just, when you're a crafter, you just, well anyways, I do. It's that squirrel moment. You have so much that you should be doing, and you get bored with your projects, and you need to do something else. And that's kind of where I'm at, but I'm making myself continue to work on stuff. So, but anyways, we came back from Charlotte, went back into Nashville, and we stopped to Good Time Pizza. And I had ordered their bacon chicken wrap, chicken bacon wrap, and it comes with potato chips. And Jerry had ordered a 9-inch pizza, ham and pineapple, and then he got an appetizer of the mozzarella breadsticks, which is just basically, they it looked like it was their pizza dough that they cut and they rolled them together, and then they put them next to each other, so when they raise, they puff right out, because I mean they were like this tall. And then of course lots of mozzarella cheese on it and Parmesan. And so we ordered a half order of that, and so when that came, I had a small piece like that, and then the lunch came, and of course by that time it's like, you know, 2:30, something like that. So they brought out my, and I've had their that wrap before. I'm telling you, when it came out, of course it's like a 10-inch burrito is what it looks like, or tortilla shell, and it has lettuce and tomatoes and cheese in it, and their own like ranch style dressing, and then it has chopped up chicken in it. And this time even Jerry said it looked way bigger and fuller, and when I picked up half of it, I told him, I said it felt like it weighed half a pound. So needless to say, I ate, because the way they cut it wasn't directly in half, so I took the smaller of the two, and I ate this all but this much of the bottom of it, and I ate 2 or 3 chips, not many, because I was already full. And so, and he ate 2 slices of pizza, and then he ate more of that mozzarella breadsticks. But we brought home the other half of mine and all of his pizza, and probably 2 or 3 servings of the bread. So we do have enough for another meal or lunch for tomorrow, because I can't see us eating supper tonight, because it was filling, but it was good. And then as we were coming back, the 2 flower stands, I always stop and try to buy flowers during the summer this year. The one hasn't had anything out. I don't know if she will tomorrow, but she didn't have anything out today. And the other one that I go to, of course she still had some, and so I bought 2 because they were $10 a bouquet. And the reason I bought 2 was because there was 2 of them that had different color yellows in it, and you would have saw that before this talk, and they're just beautiful flowers. And I put them together in the bouquet and kind of rearranged them around and stuff, and they're in my vintage mason jar, and they're sitting out here under the TV. And then the bouquet that Jerry got me for my birthday, it had lilies in it, because he knows I love lilies. And by yesterday, and of course he got me those on my birthday Monday, by yesterday, 2 of the lilies were completely brown because they didn't. The lilies that they probably cut was old lilies that had been there for a while, because he said he walked right in and he just grabbed what he wanted, and they took it back to freshen it up, they said. But so I pulled out what I could, and the only thing that I could keep that wasn't already gone was 2 of the pink carnations and a couple of small bouquet of roses, and then the ferns. And so I put that in a smaller bud vase that he had bought me, and it really looks nice. The contrast of both colors, I'm looking at it right there. And so that, you know, because I know that he spent big bucks on that thing, and you know, it should last longer than that. And I noticed when he gave it to me, one of the lilies, the tips was already brown, and that had given me a sign that this was, you know, been there for a little bit. So we did that. He called, he did his measurements, he called the guy back, so that's all set. And so then I decided to sit down and chat with you guys all and show you what I've been working on. You would have saw the English paper piecing this morning with my 2 supervisors, aka Simba, the orange cat, and Nala, the Siamese calico. And my sock I just showed you, and like I said, I haven't been crocheting, so, and I didn't grab it. The other thing was, there is a a freebie that came up on Facebook. There's a lot of crochet alongs and knit alongs and all that stuff, and this one was free beanie caps that were crocheted, and it just took worsted weight yarn. And so I printed that up, and I'll pop up pictures as I'm talking about it here, what it looks like and stuff, because I have a lot of worsted weight yarn, and that's acrylic. And so I will try crocheting one of those and see, because Jerry wears stuff like that, you know, in the winter all the time. And if that works out, then I can make a couple of those for Christmas too. At least for Riker. Well, he's getting up to be, I don't know, we'll see. But I just thought it was interesting to find something like that for free again. But haven't been in the garden today, except for this morning after I recorded. There was 3 bunny rabbits chasing each other, and the one bunny rabbit jumped up underneath our strawberry beds that are covered with insect netting. We do that to deter the squirrels, because the squirrels, if you leave them uncovered, they see it and they want to get right in there. And so far, you know, either the chipmunks or something has been taking the strawberries as soon as they're about ready. And so he jumped right in there, and I opened up the door and clapped my hands, and he got into the garden. And we have rabbit fencing, but it's only so high because we didn't think anything would be jumping up on the strawberry beds to jump into the wider open. So Jerry says he has another roll of that fencing that is rabbit fencing, that what he'll do is he will put another section right where the 2 raised beds are, and then on the very back side the section stops about maybe 2-3 feet from the garage, and they can get out and in through there if they get up on the bed and hop out. So he said he will do that. So keeping critters out is, especially with squirrels, chipmunks, you're not going to keep them out. All you can do is do the best that you can to keep them out. So, but other than that, I came home and made myself a what they call an iced protein coffee. So it is just decaf iced coffee that I take my leftover coffee and I add it to a half-gallon jar, and then whenever I want an iced coffee I use that, and then I fill up full of ice, and then I put 3/4 of the coffee in it, and then a half of a container of vanilla protein liquid, and then I probably put in maybe a 1/4 cup at the most of, what you doing, Simba? Oh, Simba hit the dry stand. He started rubbing his face on it. We were getting up close and personal. Whether you wanted to or not. Miss Sandy, I'm coming in for that hug. You better look out. She doesn't like hugs. But anyways, all kidding aside, then I just mix it together, and it helps me now to get more protein in, and get something more to drink in me, because, hi honey, because today I did take one with me in the car because we weren't going to be able to get, you know, any place. So he is just starting to do this, lay on my lap. We adopted him and his sister. It'll be a year in July, middle of July. And I don't think they were loved very much, because he really enjoys now this. This has taken almost a year, and now he wants to be held and petted. So, and I am happy to do that. Get y'all situated. And he's just purring. He's just purring. So other than that, my friends, I think I'm going to let you go. I won't be back on until Tuesday, unless something comes down Monday and I want to share it with you, but I'm trying to do Tuesdays and Fridays for right now. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Have a great day in the Lord on Sunday, and until we could meet up again. See you soon, my friends.